I just struggle, man. Like I it's fun to create it, but it's just like I just feel like I'm contributing to the cesspool of the internet, and it's really hard. Welcome to Saint Aubin Central, everybody. We are back. Today we're gonna get real today, dude. I'm usually loosey-goosey, talking shit, making fun of fat people, but not today. Today, I wanted to talk about... It's funny because I'm actually going to talk about something that I struggle with and serious with, but I'm laughing because I don't... Like, this character, I'm always, like, just dicking around, and I'm like, hey, let's be serious for a second. And then everyone's just like, this is so unnatural. No, dude, I want to talk about content fatigue. It is something I think about all the time. And I have this weird love-hate relationship with content because it's fun. It's fun for me to like make videos. I've been incorporating a lot of my songs into sketches. That's been really, really fun. But I just feel like me as an individual, I am so coked out on dopamine. It's just like, it's like a sex addict, dude. They've had so much sex, they just can't get it up anymore. And that's what I feel about social media content and just YouTube. I mean, it's just like the amount of entertainment that we have. Back in the day, they used to have a fire and they would whittle. And that was the peak. That was the pinnacle of entertainment. Today, there's 15 streaming platforms. There's YouTube. There's every single app under the sun on your phone. You carry the world in your pocket. It's unbelievable.
I'm exhausted thinking about it.
Isn't it crazy?
It really is.
And it's like, I just have this weird relationship because like I am convinced the best way to have a music career is to become a content creator. Like I think the next big musician will look more like a YouTuber than a traditional rock star or whatever. But I'm just like, I don't like what content does to my brain. I don't like what TikTok does to my brain. TikTok is so passive. It's just like, no. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
No. And it's just like, I am so coked out on dopamine. I am concerned about my future. Like, how am I gonna find joy in anything if my dopamine levels are at 100 at all times?
You got to take a 3-year break from everything.
Yeah, you got to like go
Fully
to. You
reset.
got to. Well, that's why it was funny because like my wife, she lived in rural Kenya for a year. Slow life. It gives me anxiety to think about it. Then she came here and she was like, she developed anxiety because the U.S. is just like, go. What are you doing with your life? Are you winning? And it's like, what? I don't know, you know? But I struggle, man. Like because I want a music career, but I am contributing to the biggest problem in our world.
You're the problem.
I am. And I'll be the first to admit it. Like, I am the problem with the internet. I'm trying to have a small audience. So I get online and I say wild shit. I shake my ass. I sing my songs. I do everything I can to steal other people's attention. And all while doing that, the people on the other side of the phone are just zombies and becoming shells of themselves. And I struggle with this so much all the time.
Damn, I'm going to quit this podcast now.
Exactly. Isn't it weird? It's just like, here I am. Like, I think I'm doing all the things. Like, in 5 years, I'll have something. But it's like, I have another podcast. My podcast is a drop in the fucking bucket of podcasts.
Yep.
And it's not even that good.
It's weird, though, that, like, you can have what feels like no slice of the pie, but yet you, like, look at other content creators that have, like, you've never heard of in your whole life, and they're like living off of that.
Yeah.
Like that's what always keeps me kind of going with this kind of stuff is like,
with this podcast.
well, like with that, like the other podcast
Dude,
I have stuff, but it's like stuff like where it's like, oh, like I've never heard of this person, and I look at their profile, and it's like, oh, they have like 100,000 followers, like that seems pretty decent. But then I realized like that's their full-time job, and they have like a giant house or whatever, and it's just like, damn, people can like take the thinnest slice of the pie and still make it work.
Yeah,
but,
and it's great, but it's just like,
But
there's like, how much pie do we need?
who
Like
knows?
the consumers are all diabetics, and we're just keeping, hey, more sugar, more sugar. Hey, my sugar's sweeter. Hey, my sugar's just right.
I mean, do you think there's a breaking point, or do you think it's just like how it's gonna be?
I don't know. I think there is a breaking point. In some ways, I think we're kind of at the beginning stage of the breaking point. Because I think, or whoever's under Gen Z, they see the problems that are happening with the generation above them. They're just like, oh, you're unhealthy. You're mentally unwell because you're on your phone 24/7. But I think there is a breaking point. Like look at the world. Like, people aren't going to those, like, the Marvel movies as much anymore. People, I think social media, like, engagement has just gone down in general. And at some point you're just like, this is too much. This is all too much.
Yeah, I wonder, because like we just have such a big infrastructure of technology now, like because everybody has a phone in their pocket, like you said, everybody has access to just make a video of anything. Think about how many just freaking cat videos there are, because people can just whip out their phone at any second and have it uploaded to a global platform within 2 minutes. Like, that was unheard of 20 years ago. You'd have had to have a digital camera nearby, put it on your SD card, load it on your computer, log on to YouTube, if you even had a YouTube back then, and like it would have taken days to make something like that.
And now
happen.
it's just like you shoot a shitty video on your phone and it goes viral.
Yeah, instantly.
And it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like I look at like the Kendrick Lamars of the world. I'm like, man, that sounds nice. He just drops an album every 3 or 4 years, and people go crazy for it, sells out arenas, but then just gone. Like, nobody knows where he is. He could be in Peru for all we know.
Yeah. There's a
but
certain
you just
threshold,
like, but you gotta grind. But it's just like, everybody is trying to be a content creator now.
Yep.
Every single industry, like it just used to be like the entertainment industry of like acting, music. That was it. Comedy.
Dancers.
But now it's just like, if you do anything, you can be a content creator. Like the one videos that I watch, like chiropractors. I'm obsessed with chiropractor videos.
Okay.
And I will just get so juicy when I hear that deep lower back crack.
Oh, you're
I'm
one
just
of those
like,
guys.
oh. But chiropractors
What else? What are the guilty pleasures?
are big. No. We don't need to go there.
Oh, come on.
Chiropractors are huge YouTubers now. Focus on my back, not making a fucking video. On TikTok, one of the things I love is rug cleaning.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Who would have thought that's so good? Like, this is how coked out we are as a society. For me to slow down, I sit and watch a movie from the 90s. That's like a slow down for me.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And when the movie slows down, I'm like, oh, the lull, look at my phone. We can't have a lull in our life. We think something's wrong. You start feeling gay. You don't know what to do. And you're just like, emotions, feeling, TikTok, carpet cleaning.
It is insane that like I'll be watching a show or like a movie with my wife, and like then like a 90-second ad pops up, and we just straight to the
isn't
phone.
it crazy?
You're just like, well, I'll just see what's going on.
Yeah.
Just check things out. Something entertaining.
So I just struggle, man. Like I it's fun to create it, but it's just like, I just feel like I'm contributing to the cesspool of the internet. And it's really hard. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's just like this is I think the best way to actually have a career in music. Do it yourself, put out different content, write songs, but you got to be constantly producing. And by the way, a guy who mows lawns.
I was going to say
is
my
doing
guilty
way
pleasure
better
is
than you.
lawn mowing videos. I pop off on those ones.
It's insane, dude.
Crazy.
It's insane. Do you think there's another way?
I don't know. I just think something is gonna break about this whole system in general. Like either people are just gonna get fed up with it and kind of get tired of it at some point. It's just gonna be a fad, and collectively people just sort of put it down. Because if people stop getting on the platform, then they won't post. And like new platforms just keep coming. You know, it's like TikTok won't last forever.
But that's the thing. It's like TikTok is the pinnacle of social media. It doesn't get better than that.
That's what I'm saying. Is
So
like I
what's
don't know
next?
what else can improve upon it. But like all I know is that these other tech titans. I mean, people thought like, oh, you know, like Facebook, like that's all we need in a social media. It's just like pictures of our friends and posts of what they're doing. And then it was like, oh, but then like we can add, you know, photo filters and let's add video to it. No, we'll add like
then
songs
TikTok,
to
and
it.
then TikTok's like, hey, we'll make it better. We're just gonna remove choice.
Yeah, and then it's
And
just
just
scroll.
open and it's just like
So like I don't know how else it can get like more, you know, as far as efficiency wise of like sending dopamine to your brain, but I don't know. Another platform has to come around, and it's either gonna be vastly different or slowly people are gonna realize like they just don't want TikTok anymore.
Well, it's interesting because
I
it's
don't know.
like Be Real was kind of the antithesis
Yeah.
of all this. But from what I've heard about Be Real is it's kind of slowly changing what
They
it
are.
used to be. They're kind of like, hey, come back,
Yeah.
get back on our platform, check out this.
You could only post once a day, and now you can post twice a day, and now you can post a video as well. So like it's slowly just gonna turn into
another platform. So it makes me like I am concerned for the mental well-being of Western society, or I mean even Eastern society, like technologically advanced societies. But yeah, I don't know how to get people to listen to your songs unless you're posting like content and songs of what is fucking happening? I don't know how to get people to listen to your songs unless you're constantly singing it on the internet.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. It's crazy. I've been promoting the hell out of Tomorrow.
What's like the average rule nowadays? Like if you were to say,
So my rule of thumb for any song that I release, I will release minimum 20 videos of me singing that song. Usually the hook. Sometimes I'll throw something in there. But like I've been doing Tomorrow.
yeah,
I've been singing the shit out of Tomorrow. One nice thing is I can sing it way better now, which was great. But I can see it working. Like friends of mine know the song now.
yeah,
My wife knows the song. And my wife doesn't know any of my songs because she doesn't give two shits. She just wants me to rub her feet and be a good dog dad. That's all she wants.
good dog.
But it's been working. Like I sing Tomorrow and now people are like, Tomorrow, you know? But if you're not doing that, no one's going to listen to it. So I suppose maybe what you could do is just not post on TikTok or anything and just release a song a week on Spotify and just keep going and get picked up by a playlist or something. But you have to bring your stuff to where the people are. And if most people are on Instagram or on TikTok,
Yep.
you know,
That is a good point.
but it's a struggle, dude. Like it's so crazy to me. And like, I think the way I knew I was overloaded with stimulation, how often do I go to watch a show and I can't find anything?
Ooh.
Isn't that crazy? Netflix, HBO, Hulu, Disney, Apple, whatever it is. There's 12 streaming platforms, and I scroll all of them, and I can't find one fucking thing to watch.
My worst days are my days off because I feel like, okay, I should do the thing I really want to do or watch the movie I really want to watch. And then I just spend I'll spend like an hour and a half, like you said, flipping through different services because like, well, maybe I'll watch something else.
Yep.
I need something a little bit more like exciting, a little less like, drama, more thrill. I don't know. It's like there's too much option to where you feel inoculated by it, where you're like, well, this isn't the perfect moment for this whatever series right now, but it's too much. It's like we were talking earlier, it's like, I don't know if people fit in all the shows and content either.
That's the crazy thing. It's like, we were
me.
talking earlier. It's like we have friends who are just like, oh, I just finished this show and this show and this show. And I'm like, how do you watch so much television? It's crazy. I don't even watch TV anymore. I'm on YouTube. That's like that's mostly what I consume.
That's a lot of mine too.
But it's just like, what? Like, I'm trying to write songs and like have a creative career.
Yeah.
And people are just watching TV all the time.
People be like coming up to me at work or something, be like, oh, you have to watch this new series. And like, it just came out like last year and there's 2 seasons. And I'm like, how? Like, I already have 4 other shows you've recommended to me that you
I still haven't watched The Bear. It's been on Hulu. Season 2's been on Hulu for a while. I still haven't watched it.
I'm sticking to my list of shows that I want to watch. And no other invites of new shows are coming in.
You know what I've actually tried and I've really enjoyed it? Watch just like an older movie, not like a Marvel movie that they're just trying to like coke you out on like action.
Oh, yeah.
Boobs, action, but like
Batista's
a movie from
boobs.
from the 90s.
Yeah.
Watch Good Will Hunting but put your phone in your bedroom.
Oh, I like that.
It's difficult because like as soon as that lull hits, you're like, but
I
it's
get it. Yeah.
It actually like after like I get through the first like tweak or two, and then I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is nice.
I watched Field of Dreams like a couple weeks ago. Same thing.
Oh, great movie.
Never saw it in my
movie.
life. Tremendous movie. But it's the same vibe. 1991. Just a nice, slow kind of told story.
So this is my prediction. I think streaming services will be a thing of the past in 20 years.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is crazy. I don't watch TV anymore, and I'm 32. What are 22-year-olds doing? None of them are watching TV shows. Every one of them are watching Eric, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, like insert whatever YouTuber you want.
Some like
YouTube.
Temple Run video side by side with like someone making scrambled eggs.
Oh my gosh, that's how you know we've gone too far. The only way someone can watch an actual TikTok is if there's 2 videos happening at the same time.
Those scare me. Like when I see
terrifying.
those where it's like, I always think they're a joke. Like I think someone's gonna like pop out at me, but then I realize, oh no, this is just for like 15-year-olds because their brains are completely mush.
But yeah, so I think streaming services will be a thing of the past in 20 years, and it will just be YouTube. I don't know anybody under 22 who is watching Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything. They're not watching shows anymore. They're watching, like, they just watch Mr. Beast, who just did, like, his own Olympics online. So, but what's Netflix going to do with when nobody's watching them because all the boomers have died off?
Well, it's the whole thing of like, I mean, you can also get on YouTube for free. Yeah, you got to watch some ads, but like for the most part, you can watch almost anything you want on YouTube.
Absolutely. And you have to pay, like HBO is $15 a month.
Yeah.
Netflix is
also 15
is
now.
it?
Yeah.
So it's just like things are getting so expensive, but people, they're just not watching television shows anymore.
My thing now is if I do ever feel inoculated, I just switch to the like antenna TV and I'll watch whatever's just on because then the choice is made for me. So like for a while I was watching a lot of like Home Improvement.
Oh yeah.
Because it was on like, but usually when I would get off work, because they had like a slot from like 6 to 8 where it was on every day, and then it was That 70s Show. So I watched a lot of Home Improvement and That 70s, but it was just on.
But it's I just
on. Turned it on, and there's no decision to be made. It was just there.
Yeah, which is nice. But you're just an old boomer, But like, if I just don't see young people, like, what's universal is a good story.
Yeah.
But a good story comes in so many different shapes and forms. It used to come in a 22-minute sitcom or a 120-minute film. But now there's so many different ways to tell a compelling story.
And you think about too, like how each generation's stories have gotten more like raw and dramatized. Like, my dad grew up watching things like Leave It to Beaver and like, I don't know, Happy Days when he was in high school. Like
Andy
that was
Griffith Show.
Yeah, and that's as deep as it got. Was like someone crashed into the
Barney?
jukebox.
Yeah.
But now we're like,
but now it's
watching
Euphoria. Like these 14-year-olds just like banging each other on ecstasy and heroin.
Yeah, it's like the
Just
content
like,
is getting so much more
intense.
I see why old people like are curmudgeons. Like I'm becoming that. Where I'm like, turn that off.
Yeah, no, it's
you're rotting your brain. It's bad for you. It's
wild,
simple,
dude. It's wild. Let's talk about we can end on this Patreon.
Oh,
so
yeah,
some of you may not know this. I have a Patreon page. I forgot that I had a Patreon page. I started a year ago, or a little over a year ago when I started the podcast. And I was reminded that I had a Patreon page because I got my first patron. Shout out, I don't remember his name, Leon something. Leon Crumps or whatever. That's my dog, if you can hear him. Her. They. So I got my first patron joined the $5 tier. So now I got to make an extra podcast episode a week. In order to get this. So it's like, these are my two tiers, and you can judge. Do you have mine pulled up?
I'm trying to get there.
Okay. You can judge my tiers, and if you think they're good, great. If you think they're dog shit, absolutely great as well. So here's my membership. I have two tiers. One, it's called Sinner. All right. This tier is $5 a month. You get access to an extra bonus episode a week. Saint is $20 a month. You get bonus episodes. You can produce the show, and then monthly AMAs.
Ooh, anything.
Yeah. So I think it's like decent, but this is the thing. A lot like Tim Dillon, he's on Patreon or was on Patreon. I haven't followed in a while, but at one point he was making $2 million a year from Patreon.
Sheesh.
But at some point he just started out. So I'm wondering, do I just grind for this one guy and give him a video, an extra video a month?
Just do a bonus episode of your feed only.
Or
people want that.
I can dip it into plastic and pudding and snack packs. Or do I take it down and try to create more value first and then make a push hey, if you want extra content, here's a platform.
I think you shout out your Patreon fella right now and you make him decide. Or her.
I think so too. Or Leon, what's his name?
Leon Jenkins?
Leon Jenkins, But that's the thing, dude. It's that's a lot. I think if it makes sense if you got a few hundred, totally. Yeah. I would totally do it. Because the biggest thing is I would do it, but I'm it's hard enough getting you here twice a month, doing episodes. I'm hey, let's do it double, It's just I just don't think it's sustainable until money's actually coming in. So I think I'm going to email him and be hey, I just don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to do a bunch of other stuff and I just feel I should just create value. If anything, it was validation that some random person that I don't know.
Maybe it's accidentally clicked. They're trying to get out of the page.
But I got to get my credit card. I don't understand. All right,
I need to leave.
No, but he sent a message. It was really nice. He's hey,
damn.
man. He was hey, great stuff. I'm surprised I'm the only one doing this. And I was just yeah, me too, But just the reality, I just don't think I can.
Yeah.
It's just too much work. And
some people suck dick for $5. That sounds a lot easier. So.
Oh yeah, dude, because I could get them there that, dude.
It's 5 seconds.
But yeah, it was for sure. It's validating, but I think I just don't think I can do
Lou,
it unless
shout out. We're gonna refund you your $5.
well, yeah, we'll give you your money back. I'll send you like a Twix candy bar in the mail, but I think it's gonna come. It will just come later once we can actually like
build the empire.
Yeah, and then just like start because it's really you. I gotta pay you to do it. If we're doing an extra episode a week, I'm like, yeah, I gotta pay Scott something. So, but hey, good first world problems, dude. First world problems. So we'll subscribe to my Patreon while you can. It's not going to be there for long. Well, who knows? Maybe, or I think on Patreon you can have like a meter where it's just like you have to get to X amount of dollars a month or something and it'll lock something. But I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, I just wonder. It's like all these patrons or Patreon creators started somewhere. Like, did Tim Dillon start when he had $5 or whatever?
He seems like a $5 hoe.
So, all right, all. Thanks for listening. Did you want to add anything to that or no?
No, I'm great.
You're Gucci, baby.
Yeah.
Gucci. Keep your pimp hands strong, motherfuckers. See ya. Have a good day.